Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Group 9. Today we are going to talk about Lehman Brothers. Lehman Brothers was an American global financial service firm founded in 1850. Before filing for bankruptcy in 2008, Lehman was the fourth largest investment bank in United States with about 25,000 employees worldwide. It was doing business in investment, banking, equity, fixed income and derivative sales and trading, especially US Treasury securities, research, investment management, private equity and private banking. Lehman was operational for 158 years from its founding in 1850 until 2008. For Chapter 11, bankruptcy protection, following the exodus of the most, its client trusted decline in its stock's price and the devaluation of assets by credit rating agencies. The collapse was largely due to Lehman's involvement in the subprime mortgage crisis and its exposure to less liquid assets. Lehman bankruptcy filing was the largest in US history and is thought to have played a major role in the unfolding of the financial crisis of 2017 until 2008. The market collapse also gave support to the too big to fail doctrine.
Element impacts the audit quality of the company's financial statement. Firstly, audit firm independence. The impact is lack of independence led Ernst & Young to look over significant financial issue. Next, risk assessment and understanding. The impact is Ernst & Young's lacking risk assessment result in insufficient inception of these areas. Moreover, adequacies of audit producers. The impact is they fail to uncover Lehman's improper accounting practices such as misclassifying Repo 105 transaction. Hence, professional skepticism. The impact is auditors accept Lehman's questionable accounting practices without sufficient challenge. Furthermore, quality control and review. The impact is the firm failed to identify and address significant shortage in their audit. Finally, transparency and disclosure. The impact is lack of transparency misled investors about Lehman's true financial position. Next is about auditor exposure to liability. Firstly, legal action and lawsuits. Ernst & Young was sued for fraud by the New York Attorney General and investor over their audits of Lehman Brothers. Hence, reputational damage. The scandal damaged Ernst & Young's reputation, making it harder to keep and attract clients and top employees. In addition, regulatory scrutiny and sanction agencies like the SEC and BKAA2013 increased their inception of Ernst & Young's, leading to more checks, higher costs, and possible fines. Furthermore, professional liability and accountability. Ernst & Young's failure to spot Lehman's risky practices led to allegations of misconduct and potential costly settlement. Finally, impact on audit quality standards. The scandal led to call for better auditing standards to improve transparency and oversight in the industry.
Today, I'll be presenting the factors leading to the Lehman Brothers scandal and its implications. Firstly, the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act 1999 allowed commercial banks to engage in investment banking. Lehman's position is under risk due to their risky purchases and transactions. Secondly, unethical management practices played a crucial role. Lehman Brothers engaged in window dressing by manipulating their financial statements. The third factor is the company's downfall was made worse by a serious liquidity crisis. Lehman's financial difficulties were made worse by other banks. The fourth factor is the crisis involving collateralized debt obligations and derivatives was significant. Lehman made a high-risk investment in the real estate market and held substantial residential home loans. Finally, unsuccessful bailout and takeover attempts sealed Lehman's fate. The firm incurred massive losses and their failed attempts to sell assets and secure bailouts led to their company's collapse. From these five factors, unethical management practices has given a big impact to the company. Lehman Brothers had practices window dressing in misrepresenting their financial statements to reflect an improved financial position. The company temporarily eliminated $50 billion in the liabilities from the balance sheets through Repo's 105 transactions. Next, the reason that caused Lehman Brothers' collapse was its fraudulent behavior. The company also failed to apply correct accounting system for these transactions. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now, I will talk about the recommendation based on the factors of company scandals. Number 1. Reinstate and strengthen financial regulations similar to the Glass-Steagall Acts to stability in the banking industry. Number 2, establish a strong ethical framework by implementing and communicating a comprehensive code of ethics, integrating it into the corporate culture and providing training to employees on the ethical behavior. Number 3, diversify financing source to reduce liquidity risk by using long-term debt and mix of asset. Number 4, implement regulatory oversight of financial instruments like collateralized debt obligation and derivative. And the last one is establish strong internal control for accurate financial reporting and proactive risk management to enhance transparency.
So the last part is the conclusion. There are a few elements that impact the audit quality, which are audit from independence, risk assessment and understanding, adequacy of audit procedures, professional skepticism, quality control and review, and transparency and disclosure. Next is the factor of the scandal, which is the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act and replacement with the Bailey Act of 1999. Unethical management practices, liquidity crisis, collateralized debt obligation and derivative crisis, and unsuccessful bailout and takeover attempts. However, all the factors can be overcome by reinstating and strengthening financial regulation, establishing a strong framework, diversification of financing sources, implementing regulation oversight, and increasing transparency and disclosure. In conclusion, the collapse of Lehman Brothers served as a cautionary tale about the dangers of all the factors of the scandal. By addressing this issue and implementing the recommended measures, the financial industry and auditing profession can work towards preventing future financial crises and ensuring the stability and integrity of global financial market.